Hello, my name is Mark Day, and I'll be presenting on distressed M&A today with my colleague Paul Denham. We're both partners at Morgan Lewis and Bockius in London. For today's topic, we're going to be covering a range of issues around distressed M&A. We're looking at some of the drivers for distressed M&A, how that differs from a typical M&A transaction, looking at the processes involved in insolvency arrangements, and also keeping in mind directors' duties. So what does distressed M&A look like? Well, what we're really looking at is a situation where there's a purchase from one or more parties where they're experiencing financial difficulties. And you'll see that there are various phases in that sort of transaction process. So we'll have a situation where people may be anticipating difficulties and looking to get ahead of them by going through an M&A process, perhaps to dispose of a non-core business that is causing the difficulties, or perhaps actually to dispose of a non-core business which can generate liquidity to help support the remainder of the group. We'll also may encounter particular restructuring issues, so looking at how you might reorganize the business, maybe shut down elements of the business, or otherwise involve a reshaping of the business. This may very often involve cost-cutting arrangements, which in turn could mean significant employment issues. We may see what are called pre-packaged deals. So those are deals, which again we'll cover in a little bit more detail shortly, where in advance of an insolvency process, the parties seek to arrange a preferred outcome and a preferred transaction, and then they will link up with an insolvency practitioner to go through the necessary procedures to enable that sale to take place. And then finally, you might see a sale in an actual insolvency process. So there may be typically an administration or similar sorts of process where the parties are looking at actually buying out from an insolvency practitioner.